passable. Very, very good.
Love these predictions. It caught me off guard the first day when I saw this pop up there. I'm like, what is this doing here? Can we actually join? And it's like, yes, we can. And that is very fun for the most part.
Appreciate you.
I believe in the last years, were we able to while casting? I don't actually remember that.
Yes, I think. Maybe. Maybe.
I have a very bad memory.
Right. Well, so do I, John, so don't worry about it. Don't you worry, sir. Thank you for not asking how many predictions I got right last game, John. I appreciate that.
Would you
Wasn't
like to
many.
show off, Mikey? How many?
One. I got
There
one,
you go.
John.
50% of what I got. Not bad.
Yep.
Not bad.
People are not going to know that Australian meme, John. I think most people
Not
are not
bad,
going to know
not
what.
bad. Good size, Mike.
Good size indeed, John. Your accent's terrible, by the way. Absolutely terrible.
That's exactly it.
Yeah. Give me one sec. I got one more prediction to put in. There we go. These are important, Jonathan. I don't care what you say. These are important for me. We can't all afford these damn battle pass levels, John. I've got to make them somehow.
That is true. That is true.
The battle
You know.
begins.
Anyway,
It
can I
is.
just go on a rant for a moment, Jonathan?
All right.
Because there's going to be... Oh, there is a team fight. We'll hold out for a second. Yang, up at top side, is going to be in a bit of danger. In fact, that's a lot of damage being pumped out on Yang. He's by the tier 1 tower, so they can't dive too much further. Back to my rant, Jonathan. In fact, hold that thought once again, because XCJ now going to chase down BAB. Tier 2 tower, that'll mean XCJ does have to back off. This Primal Beast hero, I don't like it, John. Yeah, I'm a man from Dota All-Stars. I was there back in the day, right, when Invoker had 2 billion spells. This hero, it just feels too weird to me. Am I wrong in saying that? It just doesn't... It doesn't feel like what you'd expect, would it? XM? Oh! XM! He's down already!
Huh.
What?
Well,
Can we
All
have a
right.
replay of that? Like, just so I can see it again?
I'd like, yeah, I guess he got all raises off and decided to reset after expanding his mana. Sounds about how that would go. I guess the early levels for XM don't feel great, and he did go for the dagger. And it's relatively easy to actually just run down and land your raises, so you can just run. I think it was fairly like this. That was probably the process. You just
Yeah, I
kinda
know,
got
but
reset.
It was kind of cheeky though, because you saw XM almost just standing in place, but it's actually the turn rate. The turn rate. Here we go. Let's have a look at this. White Album. 1 raise. 2. He already had a stack earlier, I believe, and XM, he tried to turn for the right click. He just couldn't get anything off because the turn rate slows so ridiculous. 30% per stack. I mean, that seems almost unfair.
Yeah, that it is. XM maybe getting caught a little bit too off guard. Is forced to go for the level 2 blink now, and that's a pretty big advantage out for White Album. No wave clear capabilities for XM without the Scream of Pain. He's going to have to CS the old-fashioned way, and that should give White Album even more to play with if you're not careful here on that co-op.
Oh my god. XM's just copping it. White Album. That's the thing, like, you land these raises, it's just so much damage now. XM, go for a bit of a chase over the water rune, not going to be able to find it. In come the raises once again. XM, he's playing very aggressively, considering he did just give First Blood away. And White Album, he's more than happy to oblige every single time. Meanwhile, top lane, Yang is going to drop. Fishman, able to secure the kill on the Brewmaster.
They found a nice little support kill out. The aggression that can come out from top is pretty damn good. Like Brewmaster plus Marcy, you've got good ways to kind of just ignite, get some good slows off with a Thunderclap, and just kind of run it down. Erica should still be alright to farm, especially once he hits level 3. So should be fairly secure there as long as he manages to attribute shift. But the Disruptor's not going to be able to do as much in this lane beyond just Thunder Striking Victoria for the most part.
How's the bot lane going? The BAB against God King, you're going to have XCJ there, you're going to have Frisk rotating. In fact, Frisk going to try and sneak behind White Album. They'll try for a kill onto this SF. You just need a nice Fisher. It's too late though, he's by the tier 1 tower. They'll still try, but he's on the wrong side. Bit of a panic Fisher there and just not panning out the way they wanted. So with that, White Album going to be just fine. XCJ even showing up, trying to go for a D ward, but is going to miss out. XM able to deny off the sentry before he can finish off the observer ward. And now can just deny off the observer ward whenever the hell he wants.
Yeah. Lots of room being created from the mid lane, freeing up the side lanes a little bit more, especially that bot lane. Like that solo lane for BAB up against God King does feel a little bit better for BAB, although.
Again. Fisher on the wrong side again. White Album, he's going to be okay. XCJ was not close enough to help out. Had that Fisher been on the right side, maybe you could have walked out anyway, but felt like they'd have the damage with the Quap, that's for sure. Fusion, so far so good, 2-1. No real struggle. Constant mid-gank attempts have failed here by our Earthshaker. Vici off to a bit of a slower start this game too.
Yeah, I mean, they had a back and forth move. I think leaving the solo lane down bot is alright, but you're not getting enough out of that investment. You are still getting that build-up you'd want in BAB. The Doom's just slightly behind, but it is a Doom. Eventually it'll just have what it needs just by virtue of Devour. And again, that build-up down the line is going to be scary. They are trying to get aggressive on Yang.
Something else that's scary right now is Victoria just making that perfect jump in, and Fishman can follow up so easily with the Brewmaster. It's a great combination with the Marcy, right? Like, you've got so many ways to activate the Cinder Brew. You've got easy setup with the rebound. It's it's a great duo for the offlane here for Fusion.
They just have a lot of ways of gap closing, getting melting heroes down. Erica loses his stick delivery along with the extra tangos, so that's a lot of good region taken away. Even a raindrop's gone as well. Good courier snipe coming out. Fusion definitely having a lot more activity here. Vanguard already up for Fishman, so he's not going to be in any danger of dying anytime soon. That just means he gets to camp himself up there while everyone else walks to different lanes.
A bit of action breaking out. Fisher is there. There's your trample from BAB. Meanwhile, Yang top lane ends up dropping. In fact, that was mid lane he ends up dropping. The trample does absolutely nothing, and now XM is in trouble, but has stick charges. Have the mana to be able to blink back out. And so Yang, a bit of a rotation mid lane, he ends up paying for it. In fact, XM, not out of danger yet. Frisk, he's going to show up. He does have a Fisher to throw, but he wanted a White Album, so now Fusion. They'll turn once again onto the Earthshaker. Frisk, he's still trying, but with the Clockwork Battery Assault, he'll never be able to swing that totem all the way. At the very least, though, XM, he can get the haste rune for himself, so he does get lucky with the power rune.
It's a little consolation prize. They still haven't been able to fully punish White Album here. And again, they've dragged some heroes down to the mid to kind of get that done. I feel like the supports at this point should maybe just try to work on some safe stacks to clear out for the Morphling down the line, or for the Quap to clear out, because you've lost a lot out of your lanes. BAB is also not dominating hard enough here solo.
Yeah, but he can always run with Onslaught. He definitely isn't really having the start you'd want, though. I mean, CS-wise, the Primal Beast is having a great old time. Currently 34 and 10. Compared to the 28 and 4 of God King. Kill potential, though, when you're against Clockwork and Battery Assault, it just feels kind of impossible. Like, Trample just does nothing.
Yeah, it's just not enough output, and you really need a bit of an active support. The Shaker could have maybe made that active, but they can't really gun for it because of XCJ, as you mentioned. So they're just kind of forced to play the slower game on VG's side, and Fusion are just allowed to build up. Like, God King's going for the Midas now on the Doom, then his gold ramps up. You are still getting free space for Eric up top, but it's also free space for Fishman. So he is going to be able to just get what he wants past the Vanguard.
Onslaught. They get the Doom out, though. He onslaughted right into the loving arms of God King. Still, they will find XCJ. Can they deny off this Primal Beast? They're going to try, and Yang's got it. Yang will deny him off, and God King, he will find nothing. In fact, they even found Victoria on the Marcy with the glimpse back from Yang. Shadow Strike will connect, and eventually they'll have the damage, surely. Fisher will lock him down. No way out. Yang, he might die for this, but it won't matter. XCJ now showing up as well. Into the fray. Hog's pushback is there, but XM, he has a blink out. He's fine. Only issue is, in the meantime, White Album, he is pushing in the mid tier 1 tower rather aggressively. One of the positives about the mid SF, you can push the creep wave so darn quick and just start hitting away onto that mid tier 1. He won't get it all the way, but he gets a fair amount of damage off.
Yeah, he's applying some pressure, forcing potentially a rotation there. They're still playing down bot though. XM sticking around here with TVs here.
3-on-3 situation. Yang, he's been trapped up in the cogs. XM, pretty low on mana right now. Doesn't have enough for the Sonic Wave, but does stick charge up, so he does now as God King is gonna drop once again. Oh, that's hurt. That's gonna hurt. That's a walk of shame death right there for the Doom. They will find XCJ as well. Make that 2 walks of shame.
Yeah, I'm surprised Fusion wants to go back down. Like, they don't have Doom on Doom. Like, God King just used it in the last fight. That is room for mid. White Album does fully clear out that mid tier 1, so they take a big objective for their sacrifices. And White Album is growing massive now on that SF. But VG are starting to find a grip in this game. They're utilizing the aggression coming out from BAB quite nicely. They're giving Erica all the space in the world. Because, frankly, the Brewmaster can't really stop you. Like, it is annoying, but it doesn't stop the Morphling from just farming. So Erica's still having a good time with a build-up. You expect the Morphling to come online later anyway. And VG has to be careful.
White Album, he's a big kill. White Album, look at this damage.
Jesus.
Look at this damage.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's not fair. He just trampled an Onslaught and he was dead. And he pulverized at the end as well, but my god, that's your mid SF going down.
Yeah. You know, I am actually curious. Someday, I wonder if we ever will see this, but I can imagine Primal Beast on a Centaur court with Stampede on, with Trample on. That sounds like something, right?
Let's commit to the first step first, John, and just get the Ags on Centaur. Let's just pick Centaur, in fact, that's the first step. Pick Centaur. Then we'll talk about the Ags, and then we'll talk about Primal Beast.
I wish it would happen, Mikey. Who knows? Who knows? Still, 7-7, it's equalized a little bit. Like, the objectives are still nicer on Fusion's end, but VG are starting to really understand their power spike. Smoke up onto mid.
Oh, White Album, no. Another great start to the game and another failed mid-game as they will be able to pick up the SF. Fishman, he's going right back to top lane as well. XCJ is going to be protected by God King at the least. He will zone them out so they will not dive the tier 1 tower. But you found White Album. It's tough now. It really is. Feels like all the pressure's going to be on Fishman once again on this Brewmaster to try and make this game number 2 work out for them. White Album, he's fallen behind. God King certainly can't help out with the net worth he has right now. He's still just trying to get a Midas.
It's still a ways off, and Fusion are just, they don't have anyone to play off the back of. Doom is ready and God King is pumping it a bit.
There's a Fisher there, God King. XCJ, he's gonna try and get some form of a trade. Yang will happily die and drop the Static Storm. Enjoy your cogs, he says, as XCJ. He's gonna try to run, but there's no making it out, surely. He'll make a walk away, but the fish is there.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Smoke rotation is out from Fusion. I mean, they've got the Brewmaster split, but it's 2v5, or rather 2v4. It's not a great situation for them to try and force this. At least they will find Frisk. It's a consolation kill that Vici will hand away.
Not the biggest kill in the world. It takes a lot of commitment out from Fusion as well. It does stop that mid shove in, but they're going bot now. God King again?
God King again. Another walk of shame. Yeah,
what a hero, huh?
Yeah. Can you believe, by the way, this is a nerf Primal Beast, John? Remember when Trample was stronger than it
Oh
is now?
my god, please don't. I actually, thinking about that moment, I really didn't play Dota at that time. I just did not. That hero was just garbage to play against.
Sadly, I did, John. I mean, it was not a good time. Died a Trample in like 2 seconds.
God.
It was amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, nah. Anyway, I would really love to see Centaur and Primal Beast together. Now, I want to go back to your rant. Why do you like it here? We were having rants about the new heroes. You said, oh, you know, Hoodwink and Dark Willow are Disney characters or some such fairies and stuff. This is a big old beast.
Yeah, but I don't like it. Top lane, Yang. Chase down, but is fine. Glimpse is there. It's mostly the Onslaught Trample I don't like, if I'm frank with you, John. Like, these spells, they just don't make any sense to me. As a Dota player, I mean. XM?
They really don't.
Be just fine. Meanwhile, top lane, here we go again. BAB, guess what, John? He's got Onslaught and Trample off cooldown once again, so guess what happens to Fishman? He gets chased down. There's your Onslaught. Do you want to go for a pulverized BAB? Oh, why the hell not? Give him a bit of a pulverizer. Fishman's okay. He's too tanky. You know what, John? I'm wrong. Primal Beast needs a buff.
He does need a buff. He needs to kill everything. The Vanguard stopping Fishman from dying off, blocking off a lot of that physical damage coming out. So, very heads-up play. The Vanguard investment does save Fishman at this point. And Vici, well, I don't think they mind too much. They're just making space. Because look where Erica's at, just in the jungle. Has the Yasha up, working towards the Manta. Like, yeah, Fusion's hanging around mid, shoving the lane, but what's that going to lead to? The mid-tier one's gone. They are going for a smoke play into the top jungle, though. That could be big.
3-man smoke. Die jungle is going to be the objective. Yang, he's in perfect position, though. He's just going to break the smoke on the Disruptor. Oh, XM's right behind. They have an Invis rune. Yang is going to get caught out. XM, he might be able to turn this one. Yang does finally go down, but here comes BAB with that onslaught. Requiem, it is not going to land on anything. So there's 4 heroes from Fusion here. They need to back out, though, against the 2 of Vici. Pulverize is out again. Hookshot is in from XCJ, but a big Sonic Wave. It's going to land on 4 heroes, and here comes Erica. XM, he's got the Sonic Wave, and now Frisk is in. He gets a 2-man Echo, and they're going to clean them up. Though are they? Fishman, he will split at the least. So he can get away. XM, he just waited for them to line up perfectly for a big Sonic Wave, and it's a nice start to the team fight, but all they're finding is Yang. Bot lane? Not God King. Not God King. That's his 5th death of the game, John.
It is, and it's a tough time for him. It's almost the same story as game 1, right? Like, he's just trying to farm, he's constantly being hunted down. He's not as mobile as Nature's Prophet, so he is putting his body at risk this time around, and I mean, he needs the BKB, he's gonna need the Blink, he's gonna need the Ags afterwards. That's all going to take some time for the farm there, Mikey. And I don't know if that's time Fusion has, as my game has entered the 5th dimension now, so time to watch the stream. Right there. But I just want to say, I just had models absolutely stretch my entire screen. That was fascinating. And that was new.
It's a feature, John, you know? Probably like some VR feature or something they're trying to sort out. Or, you know, AR or something. You never know, John.
Oh,
maybe you should have bought the Steam Deck. Get a Steam Deck. Oh, that's what you need.
You know what? I would love to. The 2nd generation Steam Deck sounds like it's something I would want. When that would be, I'm not sure, but I'm looking forward to it, Mikey. What else I'd look forward to is Fusion maybe find some kills. They're shaping up top here.
Oh, they're finding one, John. White Album. Bye-bye, sir. Victoria gonna try and fight with the Unleash. Hookshot is there. XCJ gonna try and trade as BAB has a BKB up, so he's fine. Instead, they'll try and chase down Frisk. Frisk has another Fisher and Blink up in 1, so he looks to be just fine. And while all that's happening, XM, he'll just freely chip away at the mid-tier 1 tower.
That's the space they need to finally start to clear out this objective. Not quite enough damage on XM to kind of clear that out by himself. But progress is being made. Fusion, this is a necessary move, right? Because God King now has room down bot to actually not die and farm. Although they might lose some heroes for this.
Yeah. This is a great combo, right? Because you can just Fisher from a mile away, and then he can just Onslaught from a mile away. And there's literally, if they've got the vision, there's nothing you can do. They just stun you and you're dead.
Pretty much it. I am curious if we're ever going to see anyone pick up the Ag Scepter. I feel like the only time you'll pick up the Ag Scepter is if you miss Aghanim's Labyrinth that much.
They have the vision. He just placed the Ops Ward, and God King was just barely underneath the vision of that Observer Ward. Very nice play from Yang once again. I mean, at the very least, God King almost has a BKB up, but that BKB not going to protect him from Yang living rent-free in his head right now, John. I mean, Yang's been just giving it to him.
He has been. He's been on that voice line for the entire game. Trying to look for more in the triangle here, but there is a clump up.
There's an Echo Slam as well. Chris, they want to try and find the Earthshaker. Instead, they'll go after BAB, but he's got a BKB available, so he's more than happy to keep this fight going. Frisk, he's waiting patiently for the blink to be back up. BAB going for the ult, but ends up missing out thanks to the Battery Assault Fusion. You have to be careful. Blink now available in the Sonic Wave XM. He finds XCJ. Fusion, they'll keep trying to go forward. It's just too scary of a fight now. They are lacking too much vision. No information for the side of Fusion to play with for this fight. They'll safely back their way out. And in the meantime, Erica, he's just split pushing bot lane. He literally could not give a crap. In fact, there's your Echo Slam right onto the Brewmaster. Fishman's gone. Keep in mind, they just watered that area. Fishman probably should have known the wards were there.
Yeah, they're just trying to, I don't know, find farm where they can. They don't really have that much control on the map left. Erica just goes back to split pushing down bot. They do reposition themselves on Fusion to head top. They are actually getting some, again, decent enough build up. BKB's flying out for God King. So he's going to be able to BKB Doom. I don't know if he can really survive through the physical output of Erica and of BAB at this point, because it's fairly high. But he has some survivability in the middle of these fights. Now 11 to 21, 6k lead up for VG. I don't feel like we've seen Erica morph into anyone yet. I feel like if you see God King, just morph into him and steal Devourer and farm. Like that sounds like probably the best thing you could do right now, because you quite literally don't need anything else here, Mike.
But that is a fair point. You could literally just keep devouring as the morph. Yeah, that might be the way. Fishman in again onto that high ground. This time feeling a lot more safe though. Primal Split is there. Yang, he's really the only target they can chase right now, and Fish is going to block them off just a little bit, buying a bit of time for Yang. It's a Primal Split being used up for this kill. Yang, he will just taunt them from the grave. He knows that's a great trade for him.
Yang's getting to me, man. Every time he dies, he just spams out. Jesus Christ. He's doing his job well. This is exactly what you want your support to do. Not type, use voice lines, and every time you die, just find a way to make that sound dumb. Because it frankly is quite dumb. Because he's a disruptor. He's 1-9-11. Who cares? He doesn't matter. He has no net worth to speak of. You're not getting gold for the time you expend there. You're probably losing out in farm opportunity elsewhere. They are going to smoke up here on Fusion, though. Ready to go. 3 man out. Can they find anything in that dark jungle, though? Smoke on smoke.
It's a 3-on-3 situation here with these smokes. Fishman going to join in as well, but no Primal Split up. This what kind of makes the fight awkward here for Fusion. They are heading the correct direction, however. Erica, he just picked up a BKB. This could be terrible timing for the side of Fusion. So they are going to make the jump in. Doom is out. That's a great start. They found the Queen of Pain. Fisher going to stop them from continuing, but in the end, XM, he is going to drop. They even found Frisk. So they just sneak up from the backside. They have found the initiation they wanted, and Fusion suddenly have an opening for Roshan.
That's a big opening out for them. Without Queen of Pain going into the rush is a lot tougher. They could do something ballsy. BAB's here. BKB ready. He could just charge in like a madman if he wants to. Is he going to? No.
BKB. He's got a BKB up. He might try it. Roshan, though, it's gone. Can't time it right. Yang, he's going to get caught out once again. No voice lines this time from Yang. Rather quiet. As the game suddenly gets a lot more serious now between these two. Fusion on their way to a start of a comeback here, John.
Yeah, they've got some wind in their sails now. You know, they're getting some momentum off the back of White Album, just hitting like a truck at the moment, and just having this capability out on God King with his blink up. So you do have more options now for the Doom to kind of contribute in these fights. I don't know if you can still match Erica. Like, that's the one thing. If Erica's not the one getting doomed and Erica shows up to these fights, you have a different issue in hand, because Erica's going for the butterfly. Physical output is not going to hurt him at all with a BKB to protect. You really have nothing to worry about outside of the Doom, and you've even got the Lincolns up on XM to protect against that same flanking Doom that came out in the last fight. So you have itemized fairly well on VG to counteract that. I think for VG, what they can't do is get complacent. Like, they have to stay as aggressive as they were. They need to shut down more of the map. Like, they still have a tier 2 mid to take care of, tier 1 top. they need to clear out the map a little bit more to really make Fusion squirm.
Bit of a calm period now that Fusion does have the Aegis. It doesn't seem like Vici want to get too involved, at least for now. It's perfectly fine. You just kind of sit back and wait for the Aegis expiry if you can. Vici Gaming. Just sitting by that dire jungle. Around the Roshan pit. Roshan a long while away from respawning. Just trying to stay within safety. Go. Haystrin will be picked up. Pretty just stuff here. Again, Vici just not interested in the fight. And, well, Fusion, I think they're the ones that need to start a fight somehow. If they really want to try and make use of this Aegis, but I suppose they have plenty of time for now. 3 minutes still available.
You do choose to smoke now, though. Don't quite have the forward vision, but they have a ramp ward that does see Frisk.
Glimpses out. White Album will be sent back. Wing forward from Fishman. He will find Yang. Kinetic field is there, but he'll prompt the primal split. Yang tries for the TP up, but is not going to make it. The stun was there. Fishman will keep chasing and does secure the first kill. A nice start. Meanwhile, XCJ does not land the hook on its intended target, but they have found a tornado onto the primal beast. BAB, he's still got his BKB up though. He's fine. The only target they found was Yang. And again, I don't think Yang really minds dying for the team. He'll do it every time. Here we go, XM. Onto White Album. White Album, of course, has that secondary life with the Aegis, so feeling very safe right now as Vici. They'll smoke up as two. Yang will be back up on the disruptors. They might start the fight now. Frisk is in. Fisher does land. There's your follow-up stun. And, well, hold on a minute. How does that work? BAB? It's a very long-range pulverize we just saw. BAB, I think, well, you're not going to understand this reference, John, but BAB ate the Gomu Gomu no Mi fruit, which is a One Piece reference, Jonathan.
I think that was just a weird thing with that map area, because it looked like Victoria teleported to the top area because of the move. I have no clue how that works.
Here we go again. BAB. Just fine. And for anyone about to correct me about the name of that devil fruit, I'm not putting any spoilers out there, alright? Don't spoil. I know it's not called that. White Album. Stuns out, they've got the SF. Onslaught is there. BAB, he'll rush in. He's got the pulverize once again onto White Album. The secondary life is there, but it will be popped. That's the Aegis gone. Jump in again. Ooh. Nice stun out. Victoria, he'll land on two, but BAB still perfectly fine. In fact, they jump in. Erica, he's found Victoria. White Album, he'll go for the man fight against the Morphling, but it is not working in his favor. In fact, Erica is going to back off. He'll wait for a reset. Glimpse back onto Fishman. Into the Static Storm from Yang. They hold down the Brewmaster. In goes God King. Trying to do something here with the Sonic Wave. It's out from XM. The chase is still going. The hook shot's off the mark. God King, can he find anything? The answer is no. He will still be killless as they even take down XCJ. Vici Gaming, they just kite them out constantly. John, what are you laughing about now?
Just Yang is back. He voice lined again. It's like, oh, okay, now Yang's back. All right, I got it. They play very patiently in VG though. Like that in and out, that poking and prodding to draw Fusion in, you know, making them make a couple of mistakes there. Not all.
Requiem raises, not enough. Back, Erica says hello. Thank you very much. See you later.
Yeah, that was a bit too ballsy. You know. Yeah, what's wrong with this guy, man?
Yang's a menace, dude. Yang's had enough of these damn young'uns taking over the Chinese scene. He's teaching them how the old school do.
Sure is. From the voice lines into these really well-timed tips. I mean, again, you have to appreciate how VG just dragged out that fight, right? Like, they made them kind of overcommit, drew them forward for a tier 2, and in the end, we never even saw the Doom come out from God King. Like, he had this blink BKB, he didn't doom anyone, because by the time he decided to jump forward, everyone was gone. Like, his entire team just left him. So, I think Fusion's got to be able to hook up together much more cohesively, the same way VG is. Because VG is working as a very well-oiled unit right now.
AK advantage. The Dota Plus sitting at 82% for Vici Gaming. I'd say that's fairly accurate. What do you even build up now? Like, God King, he's had such a rough game, John. He's 4th in net worth as Doom. You know, it's kind of like an Alchemist being 4th in net worth to save the game. It's just not a great look. Trying for a Shiver's Guard, just a bit of survivability.
Radiant's top tower.
You really haven't got a pos 1 right now. If there's any pos 1, it's White Album, and even BSF's just not able to survive once the BKB's through.
Yeah, he's gonna need something like the Satanic, which is probably the next item after the Scotty here for White Album, if not something like the Hurricane Pike for safety. That's still a ways off. I think the scaling for God King is still there. After the Shivas, you want the Ags refresh, or if not even the Ags, just you want the refresh. Like, at least the double Doom, at least the way of even just single Doom on someone with Lincolns, you wouldn't even mind that. As long as you got Doom off, that could be enough to at least give you one pivotal pick off for Fusion to kind of stay in. VG though, just playing together, they shove in, take out the tier 2 up top. The side of Fusion just kind of taking a tier 1 down bot, not the biggest target to take, and their last tower is now under siege. Fusion, I don't think they're in any shape for a defense here.
Doesn't seem like it. Not with the double damage rune out from XM. Excuse me. I didn't realize XM's been playing this whole game without a BKB on the squad. He's just been so good. He's not getting caught out as, well, there goes Victoria. Just get caught out on the Marcy, blown up very quickly by Erica. One more. The AB is going to be spotted. Again, he has BKB up. God King, do you want to commit Doom? Oh, he's out of mana. He doesn't have the mana for Doom now. Oh, BAB's just going to chase them. Onslaught will connect. XCJ dies midair. Oh, I mean, to be fair, even if he had the Doom, it really wouldn't matter. But,
No.
you know, just sad that he runs out of mana.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. You know what? I was having a very big laugh at BAB running over to Clockwork midair. It's just like Iron Man. You know how high Iron Man flies, right? And then this gigantic creature just runs at you and still hits you. Like, he just hits you anyway, even if you're flying. It's hilarious. That's how huge Primal Beast is. Imagine if he had a Giant's Ring. I don't think we'll reach 60 minutes in this one, Mike, but Giant's Ring Primal Beast is one of my favorite things to stare at because it's silly. Like the Ags Labyrinth one.
I would love a Giant's Ring. Primal. Oh.
Whoa.
Hook shot off. Yeah, I mean, Doom's out though. At the very least, you can't run out of mana if you pop the Doom first. Problem is, they force-staff him out. The Primal Beast is fine. That's one down for the side of Fusion. Glimpse back Yang. He's found another. It's going to be God King. Get those voice lines ready, Yang. Get them ready, sir. White Album. Oh, that's a great Fisher into the Echo Slam. Oh, Frisk sets up perfectly. Fusion. Run, run, run.
God King.
Yang, just leave him alone. GG. God King, White Album. They've seen enough. GG. Yang's still going with the voice lines. Leave him alone.
Damn. Holy crap, Yang.
Me, John, listen, I know we're going to do the production thing of looking at the scoreboard once we switch back over to the cameras, and we can do that right now. I don't know if I want to look at the scoreboard. I feel like there's going to be one person that doesn't look very good right now on the scoreboard. I don't know if I want to see it, Jonathan. Do you want to see the scoreboard? Do you want to see it, John? We're going to have to look at the scoreboard.
Okay.